Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a very special video dedicated to Bodacious the Victorious. Now, I had the ultimate pleasure of deep diving into the brand last year in 2022. I would say like early to mid last year, I really got the chance to discover the brand properly, understand the concept of the brand and the fragrances themselves. So I couldn't be happier that I finally got the chance to like deep dive into this brand. I had always heard about it over the years, but never really explored them and also never really had the opportunity to do that. So I have learned a lot about the brand, and honestly, I have become a huge fan of their fragrances. You would have seen them in a few of my videos previously. I'm actually really happy that I got to discover the fragrances more recently, because I feel like if I did that several years ago, maybe I wouldn't have enjoyed the experience as much and appreciated the fragrances as much as I do now. So I have 10 of my favorite fragrances from Bodacious the Victorious. I have quite a few from the brand, but I only wanted to include the ones that I really love, the ones that I wear, and the ones that I would recommend to you guys. I also have a lot on my wish list, but that is another story. I recently smelled Harmonious, which is the new release from Bodacious. It is a beautiful, very sexy iris fragrance, and that went straight to my wish list. So yeah, this video of course is in collaboration with Bodacious, and I was so honored that they wanted to work with me on a video, so thank you so much to the team. I have met them several times and they are such nice people, so really for me it is a pleasure to work with them. A little bit about Bodacious the Victorious. So basically Bodacious translates to victorious woman. Bodacious was considered a British national symbol of independence and justice. There is even a statue of her on the Westminster Bridge in London, which I would love to see one day. I have not been to the UK, which is crazy because I have a lot of family there. I have never visited, but I hope so this year, and I will definitely go and have a look at the statue. I just want this video to be really casually talking about what I love about the brand, my favorite fragrances, and why I think that this brand is really worth looking into, really worth trying and exploring. Because there is something that I must say about Bodacious the Victorious, is that they really have a signature. I know when I smell a Bodacious because they really have this special signature within their fragrances, which I think is really special when a brand has such a strong identity within their fragrances that you can recognize them, and I really feel like that is true to Bodacious. And there is something so cool that they just launched on their website. I was actually just having a look at it now because it's very, very recent, so I feel like a lot of you guys would not know about this yet. They have this amazing bottle configuration system on their website, which is like a new technology that they've implemented. Basically, you can customize your own fragrance. So you can pick the bottle color, you can also pick the plaque, and you can also pick what fragrance you want inside. And also what I just saw, which is so cool, as somebody who does appreciate astrology, you can also pick your astrological sign to go on the plaque, which I think is amazing. I think I'm gonna do it after this video. I think I wanna order my own bottle in red with my Cancerian crab on, and maybe choose like a beautiful floral fragrance to go inside. I haven't seen any other brand do this before, so kudos to Bodacious for implementing this. I think it is fantastic. I love the experience of customizing your own scent, your own bottle. It really feels personal to you, and I think it could make a beautiful gift, especially guys, for somebody's birthday. If they have, let's say their birthday is June 7th, you can pick them like maybe the Gemini plaque with like a blue bottle and a specific fragrance. I think it would be amazing. The first fragrance that I want to recommend to you guys is called Heroine. Now this fragrance is absolutely beautiful, especially I would say more so for women. Now obviously all of the Bodacious fragrances are unisex, but I do want to share my own opinion of what I think smells slightly more feminine and slightly more masculine, even though, like I said, as fragrance lovers, you can wear whatever you desire, but I do want to give you my own 2 cents of what I think. So Heroine for me is the most beautiful, soft, musky floral fragrance. It has a beautiful note of orange in the top, which you definitely feel. I think there is some jasmine, some rose, a lot of musk, violet, and orris. But for me, what I get is this beautiful, soft, smooth floral fragrance with a very strong, powdery, musky feeling and a slight sweetness in there. It is absolutely stunning. This, I feel like, could even be a potential wedding day pick. A lot of men seem to love this fragrance on their woman, so keep that in mind. It's a gorgeous scent. Projection and longevity is amazing, and overall I just totally recommend this one, especially to the ladies, like I said. Heroine from Bodacious. Next up we have the fragrance for any of you out there that love cherry or you love your gourmands. You have to try Bodacious. Now, Bodacious for me could be one of the best cherry fragrances that I have ever tried, and I will tell you guys why. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is a cherry fragrance, like cherry in the best way possible. You're hit immediately with this beautiful burst of a very, very like high quality, smooth cherry fragrance. I also feel a very prominent nutty sensation, which could be coming from the vetiver in here. Overall, this smells super, super high quality. I cannot reiterate it enough. And I feel like, without saying too much, I feel like cherry can easily turn quite synthetic and a little bit cheap smelling. In Bodacious, it smells incredibly refined in my opinion. There is cherry, there is vetiver, there is amber, tonka, heliotrope, rose, musk. It is just gorgeous. For me, what I get is predominantly a cherry heliotrope scent with a nice vetiver, like woodiness running through. It is gorgeous. I feel like this as well is a very unisex cherry fragrance. Sometimes cherry can smell more feminine, but in my opinion, this is a perfect unisex cherry. It almost as well has something a little bit boozy in here. Like, I definitely feel something a little bit like cognac-y or maybe some rum. I don't know. I feel a booziness, even though it's not listed in the notes, but it is delectable, delicious, and very, very sexy. So if you were after a cherry fragrance or a gourmand fragrance in general, try Bodacious. Super high quality, super sexy, and I absolutely adore this one. 10 out of 10. I love to wear this one, especially for a night out, a date night, and I also love layering with this fragrance as well. So next up we have Valiant, which I have to tell you something. My boyfriend is obsessed with Formula One. He is obsessed with it. He lives, breathes, and eats Formula One, sports in general, but he loves Formula One. And he specifically loves Pierre Gasly because he's a French driver for AlphaTauri. And you guys, there was a kind of circulation going on online that this is Pierre Gasly's signature scent. He actually made a photo carousel on Instagram. I know this sounds a little bit lame, but he made a carousel on Instagram and he put Valiant as one of his photos, like he was holding it like this. And apparently, according to all of his teammates, they all notice Pierre Gasly when they have their helmets on because of his scent, because he is wearing Valiant. This is his fragrance right here, which I think is just so amazing to know. Personally, I have this addiction to knowing what people are wearing. Like, I love to ask people what their fragrance is, and especially celebrities. Like, I just love to know. And Pierre Gasly, really amazing Formula One driver, is wearing Valiant. So how does Valiant smell? This is a beautiful, fresh yellow floral, in my opinion. This is just gorgeous. You have some ylang-ylang, some citruses, a bit of amber, some sandalwood, musks. It is absolutely stunning. This smells super refined and very, very luxurious as far as a floral scent goes. Like I said, and I'll probably repeat myself a lot in this video, the quality of the juice is something that is very, very special about Bodacious. Like nothing smells synthetic or over the top. It all smells very, very smooth and natural and well blended, but it lasts and lasts and lasts on the skin. So Valiant, like I said, is this very fresh, bright, soft floral fragrance. I definitely feel the ylang ylang in here. I feel a slight creamy woodiness underneath and a freshness on top. It is absolutely beautiful. I highly recommend this one to you guys, especially if you were looking for this kind of more unique, refined floral scent. This is beautiful. Oh my god, you guys, I am obsessed with this fragrance. I am obsessed. This one here is called Glorious. Now you can see Pierre and I, we've dipped quite a lot into this one because we both took it to Corsica last summer, because there is something about this scent that is just so beautiful, refreshing and invigorating to wear in the summertime. Oh my gosh, it makes me smile, and it also brings me back to Corsica last summer. This is a beautiful, soft, musky, fruity scent. It is beautiful. I'm gonna actually go ahead and read the notes because I want you guys to understand how amazing this fragrance is, especially for the summer. You have jasmine, rose, cardamom, amber, sandalwood, vanilla, musk, patchouli, pineapple, raspberry, peach, nutmeg, and cedarwood. I would say I mostly get that peachiness from here, but in a very soft way. Usually in fragrances, I don't like peach because I feel like it smells almost like an off fruity smell. Not in here. For me, I get this kind of very soft, watery, peachy, pineapple-y, fruity scent, but very soft, very watery, like I said. Almost it smells like there could be a watermelon note in here, but again, in a very refined way. This is just stunning, like absolutely stunning, especially for the summertime. When you wear this, you just feel immediately refreshed and happy. I love this fragrance. I think I would take it again on summer vacation with me this year because Pierre and I, we both love wearing it. It's very easy to share with your partner because for me, it doesn't smell feminine, nor does it smell masculine. It just smells very fresh and slightly addictive. There is something a little bit green in there as well. Fresh, slightly fruity, but in a very soft way, and very watery, like very ethereal. It's just amazing. Like I cannot say enough good things about this one. And it's funny because when I smelled it, it immediately took me back to last summer. Next up we have Hanuman. I love this one. You guys can see I wear this one quite a lot. This is a beautiful, fresh fragrance that I love to wear either day to day or out of the shower. For me, this scent, yeah, it could be a perfect signature scent for a person who wants something a little more fresh and a little more calming for the day to day. In this fragrance, you have some bergamot, you have some neroli, you have some amber, musk, sandalwood, cedarwood. It is just stunning. What I personally get overall is a very fresh fragrance, yet it smells quite warm. I don't know how to explain that in a correct way, but it smells very fresh, slightly fruity, but like a very smooth fruitiness, like maybe some grapefruit or something like that, mixed with a beautiful vetiver note and a smooth muskiness underneath. It is absolutely stunning, you guys. I love this fragrance, like I said, especially day to day. As a signature and also out of the shower, this could also be a beautiful pick for the summertime. That very warm, citrusy, smooth, musky, woody scent. This is perfection. If you like Belle d'Afrique from Byredo, try this scent because it's like on another level. This fragrance is freaking fantastic. I adore it. Smooth, fresh, slightly fruity, citrusy in a way, but done in a very smooth sensation. oh my god, it just makes me, again, this one makes me really, really happy. If you were looking for a more fresh offering from Bodacious, this one is definitely one of my favorites, so check out Hanuman. It's really, really top notch and it lasts a long time on the skin. I feel like I don't want to keep on repeating myself with the longevity and projection, but if you guys know Bodacious the Victorious, they are renowned for creating very strong, potent fragrances. So just know that when you're purchasing a Bodacious, it's going to last and it's going to project. Next up, we have a fragrance that I speak about quite frequently. It is Arden. I love, love, love this fragrance, and it could be in my top 3 rose ouds of all time. And what I love about this is that you do not need a lot of this fragrance. A little bit goes a long way with Arden. This, definitely one of the best rose oud combinations that I own in my collection. I have tried so many. You cannot imagine over the years how many rose oud combinations that I have tried, and Arden really stood out to me. Once again for the quality, but also just the way that the notes have been put together and how they complement each other is really, really special. So this is a beautiful rose oud, perfectly balanced with a little bit of amber. It's a very deep rose oud with almost like this slightly chocolate liqueur. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about when I say that. I always notice with rose and oud fragrances, it can be a fine line between the rose overpowering the oud or the oud overpowering the rose. And with Arden, I really feel like it's balanced very, very, very well. You feel the rose, you feel the oud, you feel this kind of decadent, slightly sweet feeling, but not too much. Rose and ouds can tend to go very, very sweet, whether it's paired with praline or vanilla, etc. In Arden, there is a sweetness, but done in a very refined way. Overall, if you're understanding what I mean, it smells very, very expensive. So if you want a very luxurious, very expensive rose and oud fragrance, try Arden. This one is perfection in my opinion, and I think that you guys will all really love this one. I love to pair this fragrance with a black dress and a red lip. This one is stunning, stunning, stunning. Very luxurious scent. Next up, I have 4 fragrances from the Sapphire collection, which do have a higher price tag because they are pure perfume. So that is why they are more expensive. And I have 4 of my favorites here. I guess I'm gonna start with Fire Sapphire, which is absolutely amazing. I'm sorry if I'm going a little over the top, but I just love the brand and I love the fragrances. And also, if you guys wanted to try them, they have like discovery sets, a lot of sample options. So I know that they are pricey, but there is options if you wanted to try them and sample them before you buy. Fire Sapphire. This is one of my favorite fragrances on Pierre Louis. I love to smell this fragrance on him. It just smells so classy. Oh my goodness. So for me, what I get is a very smooth woody patchouli fragrance. The patchouli is not dirty, it is not too much, it's not too green, it's not too vintage smelling. Sometimes for me, patchouli is a no-go, and I really struggle to enjoy it. I like patchouli like in Fire Sapphire. It is just the right amount of patchouli to bring this very elegant, classy and refined feeling to the scent, blended with this like very smooth, woody, almost tobacco-ish feeling in a way, and it is just spectacular. I find it to be a little more masculine leaning, but if you're a man and you're watching this video and you are looking for a very refined fragrance for maybe the office, for maybe a night out, a special event, a wedding, etc., Fire Sapphire will do the job. It is just beautiful. It's one of my favorite fragrances on Pierre. I love when he wears this. The cloud that it leaves around him is just wow, 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 breathtaking. Next up, we have Violet Sapphire. And I'm smiling right now because I just sprayed it and this fragrance is so strong and so attention grabbing. I think I included this in a like night out party, like New Year's Eve video, because it really is a head turner. It is a head turner, this fragrance, and in the best way possible. When you first spray this, you're going to be hit with some fruity notes. I believe there is passion fruit, peach, maybe some red fruits in there as well. which you definitely feel, but again, in a very smooth, refined way. None of that synthetic, fruity smell. It smells very, very natural here. Then you get this kind of, I don't know, musky and animalic feeling from the oud in here. So imagine this very fruity, musky scent with a little touch of floral. There is jasmine and rose in here, which you don't really feel the florals too much in Violet Sapphire, I feel. You mostly get this very musky, fruity oud fragrance, and it is wow, 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 kapow. Like, this fragrance is a showstopper. The oud definitely has something a touch animalic, but in the best way possible. I'm gonna give you guys like a comparison right now. Think of a fragrance like Herba Pura, but with oud. And that is what Violet Sapphire kind of reminds me of. They're not the same fragrance at all, but if you think of like that fruity, musky DNA from Herba Pura, mixed with a little bit of oud and a Bodacious twist on it, that is what Violet Sapphire smells like to me. Absolutely incredible. Big, big compliment getter. When I say it's a compliment getter, I truly mean it. This one leaves a huge cloud around you and it intoxicates the room. So be cautious with this one. You will definitely get noticed and complimented with this scent. But like I said, you do have to be used to a touch of oud in your fragrances because you do feel it in Violet Sapphire. Next up, we have Green Sapphire. Now, this fragrance for me definitely leans slightly more masculine in my opinion. For me, this fragrance is a true example of niche perfumery. This is completely insane. Green Sapphire is a very smooth and creamy woody scent. Unlike the Fire Sapphire, it has this kind of patchouli note to bring that little bit of an edge. In Green Sapphire, you really feel this kind of deep, smooth, creamy sandalwood, slightly pineish feeling. And wow, like, wow. I am really speechless. I do feel like you have to have a little more of a refined taste in fragrance to appreciate this one. I don't think it will be for everyone, but it is very, very special. Very smooth, very creamy sandalwood, very woody overall, and it's just spectacular. Maybe a little touch of like violet leaf or orris in here, I'm not too sure, but it is really, really special, this one. And like I said, I do recommend Green Sapphire more so to men than women. When Pierre wears this one, I absolutely love it. So Green Sapphire, definitely check this one out. And we're gonna finish this video with the star of Bodacious the Victorious, the amazing, the wonderful Blue Beast, Blue Sapphire. I am not gonna lie to you guys when I tell you that I had to wear this fragrance several times to truly appreciate how spectacular it is. But now that I'm here and I have embraced it, I cannot get enough of this fragrance. It is extremely addictive to me and I'm in love. Sage, chamomile, I think some saffron, rose, oud, patchouli, jasmine, amber. There is a huge note breakdown in this scent, and it is really something really, really special. I overall get this slightly aromatic green rose and oud, which I think is super peculiar. And like I said earlier, rose and oud can tend to sway in one of two directions. Either it's like this very dry rose and oud, or it's a very sweet, sticky sweet rose and oud. This fragrance, Blue Sapphire, is completely out of this world. Like, it really smells special and very, very exotic. Like, for me, this fragrance smells exotic. I have never really smelled anything like this before, and trust me, it did take me a few wearings to fully understand the fragrance. I'm not even sure if I do still understand the fragrance because it is so complex and very deep. But really, this blew my mind. So I have been wearing it, especially for date nights or nights out in Dubai, and it just radiates off the skin in such an intoxicating way. So definitely check it out. Overall, you have to try Bodacious. It is such an experience, and I feel like if you guys have never discovered the brand, maybe get some samples or try to find like a retailer that stocks the brand and just go and have like a smell of each of the fragrances, because you will see from the second that you start to smell them that they really have their own personality. So that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. And yeah, let me know if you have tried Bodacious yourself and what are your favorites from the brand. I know a lot of people love Bodacious, which of course Bodacious is the cherry bomb and it is truly amazing, but there is so many others from the line. They have such a diverse range of fragrances that I think there is something there for everyone, whether you're just kind of wanting something a little more approachable or you want something super niche and very complex. There is a little bit of something for everyone. So thank you guys for watching this video and I will talk to you very soon. Bye bye.